Morons Hawks.
Hey guys, what's up? It's the Morons Hacks, and it's been a while since our last video, our last car review video, but here is now we are back, and I'm back with this car, Toyota Celica. You know it from Need for Speed Underground. It was one of the first cars you can buy, you can drive in this game, and it was my favorite when I was child and I used to play the game. So this is the car from 2000 year, and we have some stage 1 hood painted in this strange color and some other mods, but we have to say that the car looks stock for now. It has 1.8 liter VTI engine, which is producing 143 horsepower. Maybe when it was new, now I don't know. It still works okay. It's been driven now on LPG, yes, and it goes really well. It's meant to be a sports car, so now I will not only show you my face, I'll show you the car. This will not be a full in-depth review, as other people used to say. This is the car. It has some nice, good-looking design. You see how it was painted by someone who owned it before me. And I like very much these rims. They look amazing. When taking such car, it's important for you, of course, to see what is the mileage. Although these cars rare go high mileage because it's a sports car, it's not a family car for long cruises across country, but however, you should always check it. Another thing you should check about rust. You should carefully look down here and check if there is any rust. This car is rust free, I have to say. The thing I like about this car is its back. It really looks good from behind, although it doesn't have this rear spoiler, which the more powerful version VTI used to have. Maybe if we should take this car, we should search for VTI version, which produces 182 horsepower, I think. It will be more fun to drive. I like very much these tail lights, sorry, and this big back window. So let's show you underneath. Here is LPG welder, the dark side. This car has gone to the dark side. It runs on LPG. You should know that this car often have broken shocks here, and they are hard to find because I called a guy who has 20 Celica broken apart for sale, and he told me that he don't have such shocks, so it's very hard to find. And if you buy such car, you should carefully check if they work, because they cost around 100 euro both, and it's not a pleasant thing to give money for such small thing. And so, as you can see, I can make some muscles while lifting it. Maybe that's the idea. When Toyota guys made this car, they say someday someone will make some muscles out of these broken shocks. Here we see some subwoofer, because we should listen to some Need for Speed songs. And here is the bottle for the dark side development. We have a spare tire underneath, a full-size spare tire. Okay, I can show you something interesting. Oh, it's too heavy for my head to hold it. Here, do you see this stick? It's used to hold this trunk when the shocks aren't working. So be careful with this trunk, it's really heavy. I like very much these tail lights. I told you already, but I have to say it again. Look at this car. When I look at from this side, I think I think I should have a keyboard now and try to drive it. It's looks to me like I am playing a Need for Speed. From this point of view, that's what feeling I get when I see it from here. Let's see this side too. I like very much this body line, it's amazing. And when you drive and look at these mirrors, you see this big back end which is stretching to the back. I don't know whose idea was to paint this blue. I wouldn't do it. Okay, let's see the passenger side door. Of course, as a sports car, we don't have any unnecessary things here. We have a very nice interior with sport seats, which looks amazing, very cool. For the price of that car, it looks really amazing. It's all leather, black leather. It's a Recaro. Here, look, the interior looks amazing, looks still modern, not an old-fashioned, although the car is produced from 99 to 2005 and 5th year. We have some sunroof here which still works. Okay, let's close it. It closes easily, no need to push it too much, and still looks very modern. Look at her tail lights, at her front end. It's really good and nice looking. This car has his clutch changes before some weeks. Let's see the driver's side. Very good interior with leather here. You can check here if there are any damages. Maybe it's on high mileage. Here we have all the extras we need. We have lock on all the doors. We have some bigger speakers here and a smaller one here. We have mirror control, left, right, and let's go inside now. But before going inside, on the driver's side, I will show you the back of the car. People can very comfortably ride here, because as you see, there are two seats like an armchair. It's very comfortable to be behind here. It's spacey enough to put some girls. It has some speakers. Okay, let's move this seat backwards and I will sit here. Okay, the first thing when I get in the car is the wheel. It's a very nice wheel. It's like I have changed it with a sport one. It's the right wheel for this car. It's very good. Have some nice holders here. It's perforated leather, really nice. Gives you, when you jump into the car, you instantly get the feeling that you're driving something sporty, not something boring. Here the dashboard is really, and the gauges are really good. You can see in this orange cover, you can see the rev limiter. It's on 700 RPM. It really revs up to 7,000 RPM. Here is, we can walk the windows, not to be open. We can change here up and down the headlights, and we have some LPG model here to show us how much LPG we still have. Another thing is the handbrake. Often handbrakes doesn't work. This one works only on was position. It holds the rear wheels. We have some nice gear knob. It's still in good condition after 70 years of using this car. It's still in nice shape. We have some aftermarket carbon materials here. We have some control of the front and left and right side windows. We can lock the car from here. We have some climatronic control here. I'll now show you. Very useful thing here, very nice to put your sunglasses here. We have a good size of this trunk here too, and I think that's it. I can show you here. We have different options, and we have rear too, rear wiper too. We have some control of the headlights, and let's start the car now. It's a six-speed manual gearbox, which is very good. Toyota make 6-speed gearbox for 143 horsepower car, which is awesome. In my opinion, every car above 100 horsepower should have 6-speed. You see, has some LED lights here. It's aftermarket. I can show you here the sunroof. I'll show you the car. This always makes me happy, makes me smile when I look at them. It's like in Ferrari or something really expensive. Okay, here is how the dashboard look like. This signal is giving me warning because it's on running. It has an LPG system, and the echo is jammed to let the LPG system work. So this is actually not something that I have to worry about. Here I have a warning for the petrol, of course, because I drive on gas. You see, I don't have too much gas too. You can see here the trip, that's the current trip. You can see here the heat. I haven't seen this car more than the half. Maybe here is the maximum it should go. If it goes to this point, it's not good. You have to check your engine. I will rev it for you. That's it. That is on LPG. You see that the car revs really nice. Here, the side turning signals. You have here a nice clock, which we can use to see in a lot of modern cars. Okay, this is how the gear box is shifted. It's a little bit harder to go to the back because maybe it should be lubricated. This is the back. When you turn on rear, this noise appear to inform you that you have switched to rear gear. Okay, I'll now show you how this controls. You can hear move up and down. You have air conditioning. Air conditioning is working very good. You have different modes here, temperature from this controller, and you can see the outside temperature when you click on it, and it's written here, push outside temp. It's very funny to be written for smokers here. And that's it from inside. I'll now go outside to show you how the stock exhaust system looks like. I recently changed the back exhaust because it was used from some 1.2 liter car. Maybe it was awful. I'll show you how it revs. This is the stock exhaust system with no cut but a resonator instead. Let's see. I even showed you the rev limiter, which is on almost 7,000 RPM. Okay, I'll now show you the engine. It's from here. You see, the engine is working really quiet. The car shows on the dashboard 230,000 kilometers. It's here. Just a second. With one hand it's hard for me. Okay. It's not like in modern cars, we still have this stick to put here in order not to hold it. So this is the engine. It's almost working like it's not working. You see, there is no any emotion in it. This is for the LPG. This here is the filter, Piper Cross air filter. So this is the engine bay. Nice heaters, but plastic. That's a pity. Some nice plastics here to prevent you from touching hot areas. You see, the engine is working really smooth, really quiet. It's a petrol engine. So that's the engine bay I showed you. Okay, let's see how it closes. Okay, that's good. This is very nice too, very good. Like it's 500 horsepower, but it's not. In today's series I showed you my temporary car, Toyota. I will not hold it for too long. It's a nice car, but I will try. You know me, I like BMWs, and it's not the car I would like to drive now. I like also diesels. This is nice, but it should be revved too much. It has some good power, don't get me wrong, but I like the big diesels which have a lot of torque, which can bring you to the horizon very fast with not too much RPMs and not too much but when I want to feel the feeling of being a racer, you can buy such petrol car with such nice engine which revs to high RPM engine, and have some fun. This car, you can find this car in the market, in the UAE market, for about 2,000 to 4,000 euro. Maybe the gold places to find it for €1,000. And you have to look for these things that I told you. You have to check the engine down to see if there are any oil which falls to the ground. You have to listen to the engine. The noise should be clear. This one has some something to check on the front suspension, but that's a minor things you can easily fix. You should look everything on the car to be here, every small details, because these cars are getting really rare, and it will be hard to find some parts. I told you about the shocks. They are really hard to find. I called maybe 10 guys with some of them had more than one car, and they didn't have, because they buy these shocks really fast. But you can buy them new if you're a fan. That will not stop you. Okay, I showed you my Toyota Celica. Dun 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 dun. Need for Speed Underground. You know, you can play this game. It looks amazing from behind. Just a second. Isn't it an amazing? Very good car. Very nice looking. Okay. Thank you for watching this episode. Watch my other video. I soon I will make some driving video. I hope I'll have some spare time, because recently I have so much work I can't have time for my really nice hobby, to try to test, to show you different cars which I drive. That's my personal experience. Thank you. Write in comments, like, subscribe for more soon, I hope. I don't know. And bye bye. Thank you very much.